guys, and welcome back to my channel. Long time no talk. Like, I've been putting up a little bit of vlogs lately, but I haven't got in front of the camera, sat down and talked to you guys. So I thought today would be the perfect day. I'm gonna do a get ready with me. I'm going to be answering some questions that I get. I get questions all the time, and I screenshotted a few of them. I was gonna sit down and just do a Q&A, and I screenshotted a few of the messages, but then life got in the way and we have been so busy and I didn't screenshot all of them, and they went away. So I am going to be answering a bunch of just random questions that I know I get all the time. I have some screenshots of them, because I get messages even on I don't want to say a daily basis, but I would definitely say every other day I get messages from you guys. So I'm going to do a little kind of life update, where I've been / get ready with me / FAQ. I'm just going to put all that together, and that is what we are going to do today. So if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed down below, turn on the notifications. I would say comment something, but my comments have been disabled because I put my kids on my YouTube, so they disabled all of my comments. So if you guys have a question or comment or anything, head on over to my Instagram and I will answer everything over there. I'm just gonna jump right in and start doing my makeup. This is gonna be not so much like a makeup tutorial, but just like a get ready with me so I can talk to you guys, because I have missed YouTube. I'm been so used to doing Instagram. But I just kind of miss coming on here. So for those of you who do not follow me on Instagram, or who haven't been paying attention to my Instagram, I in February became a artist for Mascara Beauty. So basically, I don't want to use the word distributor because I don't like that name, but basically in February, I signed on to be an artist for Mascara Beauty, which, if you guys have not heard of that, this is what my compact looks like. It's a little bit messy because I literally use it every single day. And I have been using this makeup for, I don't know, almost 2 years, I would say. I love this makeup so much. But I became an artist, so I do my makeup a lot on Instagram, and I have Instagram lives and Instagram stories and Instagram TVs that I've done, just because engagement is so much easier there for me, because my YouTube comments have all been disabled. So I have, if you guys watch my last life update, which was, I don't know, in maybe February, maybe March, I talked about how YouTube has just been so hard for me to do over the past year, because life has been so busy and YouTube has just been making all of these changes. It's so hard for small YouTubers like me to get ahead. Does that make sense? They disabled our comments, which basically disables engagement. You can't, talk with your subscribers. You don't know what they want to hear, what they don't want to see. It's just really hard. So I kind of got a bad taste in my mouth from YouTube. But lately I realized that I have been missing so much of my kids' life, because for years I recorded everything and put it all on YouTube so you guys could see it, so I could look back on it, so my kids could look back on it. And we have no footage of Jackson, who just turned 2, because I have just stepped back since he was born, because life, and I miss it. So I have been doing a little bit of vlogging, and I'm just more excited to get back on here just as a creative outlet, because I have missed it so much. So I right now am using my Mascara Beauty makeup. All of our makeup is cream based. It is amazing. So I'm not really gonna go into much detail of the products that I'm using, just because my YouTube is not for my business, but I want you guys to see what I'm doing because I use it every day. If you guys are interested in learning more about it, or seeing more of an in-depth makeup tutorial, head on over to my Instagram. It's Alexandra Murillo. It will be in the information box down below, but I go in depth on there on everything. So yeah, I have a few questions here because I did put up a poll. They're screenshots, but I did put up a poll like 2 weeks ago asking you guys to ask me questions. So I'm going to answer some of those right now. The first question that we got, or that I got, was if we are going to have any more kids, and the answer to that is no. I'm sure most of you guys know that if you guys have seen most of my videos here on YouTube. I have people that I have on Instagram that I know don't follow my YouTube channel, so I'm assuming, you know, that's where a lot of the questions I get come from, because most of the questions I got, I feel like if you guys watch my YouTube channel, you would know the answers to them, just because it's things I've talked about. So no, we are not ever having any more kids. I had a C-section with all of my kids, but during my last C-section with Jackson, I actually elected to have my tubes tied. So this mama is not having any more kids. Next question that I always get frequently asked is for more like food videos, and I am assuming you guys mean recipes and not like grocery hauls, because I used to do so many grocery hauls because they were really popular on my channel. Like, you guys loved, and like people loved seeing what I was buying. I am going to be honest with you guys. The last couple months, we have just been like making dinner so last minute. I mean, like, I will go to the store right when Juan gets home from work, and I will go pick out something and I will make it super fast, because I'm sure you guys have caught on because I've posted a few of Peyton's cheer videos, but we have just been so crazy. Cheer finally ended this past weekend, but we have been doing cheer nonstop since the middle of July. Like, she had cheer camp in the beginning of July, and then we started full force the middle of July and have been going every week, every weekend since August. It has just been so crazy. I haven't been able to like catch my breath. So I haven't even been grocery shopping, because during these past few months, I would go grocery shopping and then the food would just sit there because things would come up and practices would be moved and the kids go to church and Reagan does dance, and it was just so crazy that like I was throwing food away because it was going bad. So I kind of haven't like hugely hauled a grocery haul. That made absolutely no sense, but I haven't done a really big grocery haul in probably over a month, just because we have been so busy. And now that we are, I want to say halfway through November, right? It's like the 13th, I think. Let me double check that. Yes, today is the 13th that I'm filming this. So now that we're halfway through November, I'm like finally able to catch my breath. I feel like most moms catch their breath right when the kids go back to school. Like, it's been a long summer, a busy summer, and your kids go back to school. And that's when most moms are able to like kind of get, you know, organized and get a schedule back in place, and that has not been the case for me. So I have just been kind of living day to day. It's been so crazy. So yeah, if you guys want to see more food videos, head on over to my Instagram. I'm gonna put up a picture, or maybe I might put up like on my Instagram stories like a poll or something, and you guys can go vote on it. I'll put that up, you know, right when this video is going live. So you guys, if you guys watch this video, you guys can go vote on that, since all of my comments are disabled, which I don't know if they are ever going to come back. I feel like they're not. And that's because they disabled all the comments on people who have their kids in their videos. And that's what this channel is. It's a mixture of vlogs. It's a mixture of tutorials, of like household things. That's what it's always been. So I feel like I'm not gonna get them back, but that's all right. But another question I get asked all the time is if I am a stay-at-home mom still, and if I am planning on going back to work. So this is, I am a stay-at-home mom. I do you know, do makeup on the side, but that is not like an income, I would say. That's just a little bit of play money. It's not enough for, you know, me to pay my bills, because when I was doing YouTube, I was getting, you know, a little tiny bit of money every month, you know, enough to be able to, like, I don't know, pay for a new outfit for each of my kids, or like go out to like a nice dinner, but it wasn't enough, you know, to pay my bills. It never has been enough. So I just classify myself as a stay-at-home mom. I do eventually want to go back to work when my kids are older, but right now it's just not in the cards for our family, because the amount of kids we have and the amount of daycare I would have to pay for, it almost wouldn't even be worth me going back to work. Another question I get asked a lot is, have we bought a house? The house that we live in, do we own it? We don't own the house that we live in. We do want to buy a house soon. California is just so expensive, you guys. Like, it is crazy. Like, I'm talking like you could go to like the southern states, like on the East Coast, and I mean, they have expensive houses everywhere, don't get me wrong, but you could go into Texas or like Georgia or somewhere and get like a mini mansion for like $200,000, and where we live, you get a basic house that's 20 plus years old, if not older, for like $300,000. Like, it is crazy. Especially like we live in Central California, and it is just very expensive here. I mean, if you go into like LA or like the Bay Area, it's even more expensive. So we have been looking. I need to grab a mirror. We have been looking. It's just so incredibly expensive here. Like, I cannot get over it. So no, I am not working a like full-time job or even a part-time job. I probably will eventually when my kids get older, because I probably won't know what to do with myself. I feel like I am a chicken running around with my head cut off with our schedule lately, which I'm not complaining about it. You know, I sign my kids up for all these extracurricular activities because I feel like it's good for them. It just teaches them to be a game player. It teaches them, you know, to... I don't want to use the word competitive, but it gives them that like strive to do more. Not to knock on anyone who doesn't have their kids in extracurricular activities. I just have found it kind of, if you instill it in them now, it keeps them out of trouble later, or it sets them up, you know, to not get into too much trouble later. Because I feel like with kids, when they don't have something to do and like occupy themselves when they're older, that's when they can start getting into bad things. And I never did, you know, bad things. That is a question I get all the time too. I don't think I got it today, but I get like messages all the time if we go on date nights and if we like to go out and if we like to have fun, which everyone's definition of fun is their own. But we are not big alcohol drinkers, like at all. Like, we don't drink alcohol, like, ever. My husband isn't really into drinking. He will have, you know, a beer every once in a while if we're like out with friends, or if we're at like I don't know, a birthday party or like something like that. But overall, he's not a big drinker, and I'm not either. Like, you guys, I'm not like, I can go out, I could go to a restaurant and not want to drink at all. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird. I feel like we're almost 30 and we don't like to drink. I don't know. Another person asked me, what is my favorite or our favorite type of music? I would say my favorite is country. I don't know, like country music. I just love like basically all country music. But I will say we do kind of listen to everything, especially now that my kids are like older. They kind of, you know, hear songs with their friends or like out in public or like on the radio. So I feel like I do listen to more, you know, like top like radio music. I don't know what the terminology for that would be, because I'm clearly old, which brings me to another thing. My birthday's coming up. I'm turning 29 in like 2 weeks. And this will be my last year in my 20s, which I'm not, like, I know some people like go through like a little midlife crisis when they turn 30. I'm not worried about turning 30. I just feel like, how am I this old already? Like, I don't feel this old. Sometimes I feel like I'm still like 18 or 19 or 20. Like, I don't feel. Me and Juan were talking about this the other day, and I was telling him, like, I know I'm getting old, and like my kids are getting old. Like, Peyton turns 9. She turns 9 in February, so in like 2.5 months, 3 months, she turns 9. And I honestly have no idea how I will have a 9-year-old. Like, I don't know. And I don't know if this is how like our parents felt. Like, is this how they felt when they were having a 10-year-old? Like, I don't know. I feel like 2020 is going to be a really big year for our family. You know, that's just like a feeling I have. It's not like anything that I know that I'm not saying. Like, I just feel like 2020 is going to be our year. So I'm crossing my fingers. We do have, like, how do I say it? We do have things we're trying to accomplish next year with careers and, you know, buying a house and just, you know, like grown-up things. But I really feel like those are things that we've wanted for a while. It's not like it's just something we put into our head right now. These are things that, you know, we've been talking about for years. I just feel like this coming year is going to be the year it happens. So don't mark my words. Don't tell me later that I said it and it doesn't happen, because that's why I've never really been a big, like, I don't believe in things being jinxed. I don't believe in that sort of thing, or I never did. But being married to Juan, he kind of thinks like that. Like, he doesn't like talking about things because he doesn't want to jinx them and that whole thing. So now I'm kind of like that. So I don't like talking about anything anymore, just because what if it doesn't work out? Like, that's the mindset that I have in my almost 30s. It's like the one thing that I will like pass down to other people is like, it's good to be able to talk about things. I get that question a lot too, like, not when I put up a poll or like a questionnaire or anything like that, but like, I engage with people on my Instagram all the time, like, especially when I talk about, you know, like deeper things. I get so many messages about people who feel the same exact way, and I'm the person, like, I message you back and we have a conversation about it, because that's just the kind of person I am. And the one thing, like, I have taken out of it is people always ask me, like, how come you don't share as much anymore? And you used to share like every little detail. And it's just because the older I get, the more like I want to keep everything like in this bubble until it's 100% done, and then I want to scream it from the rooftops, if that makes sense. I also have been getting so many questions about my hair. So I cut my hair, I don't know, maybe like 6-8 weeks ago. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer, mascara primer. It is really, really good. It's one of the best primers I think I have ever used. So if you guys have not tried this, I definitely recommend trying it because it is great. But another thing that I get asked about all the time is my hair. So I cut it probably 6 to 8 weeks ago. It's grown out a little bit since I cut it. It's probably grown like a good 1/2 inch to 1 inch. I feel like my hair does grow fast, but because I always have bleach in it, it like breaks really, really easily. So yes, I was just in the mood for a change. I have cut my hair before. You guys have probably seen it. I've cut it probably like 2 times over the past, like, since since I got pregnant with Reagan. So right before I started YouTube, I cut it. And then I've cut it, I think 1 or 2 times since then, like shorter. This is the first time that I cut it and I had no regrets. Every time I've cut it in the past, I like regretted it. But this time I did not. And I think it's because I just went in and I said, trim my hair. Do not give me any layers. Like, I don't want layers right now. I want it all one length. And I was letting my bangs grow out. They still haven't caught up to my hair length, but they're pretty close. So I'm like, don't touch my bangs. Just, you know, chop it all off in a straight line, and I really, really love it. My hair has grown out a little bit since the last time I did it, because I do my hair myself, like color it. But I have been going back and forth on whether I want to stay blonde or go darker. I've had it short, I've had it long. I am happy with the length right now. I think I want to trim it just a little bit more because it has grown out a little bit, and it's kind of hitting at an awkward, not an awkward length, but like it kind of just is a lot right here. So I kind of might want to trim it a little bit more. But I've been going back and forth on what I want to do with my hair color because I love my hair blonde. Like, I love it so much, but I feel like it washes me out and it's so hard to maintain. I've had my hair blonde since I got it done in, I want to say April. I went in and I had somebody put like highlights in, especially like a lot in the front of my hair, which I already had blonde in there, but she just pulled it up a lot higher. And I really liked it. It was kind of more of like an ombre or like a balayage. And then I decided that I wanted to go blonder, so I just did it myself. So I've been pretty blonde since July. And it's just so hard to maintain, you guys. Like, if you guys have blonde hair, or even if you have darker hair but your roots are lighter, you know when you're going opposite, like really opposite of what you are, like it's just harder to maintain. And blonde is not one of those things where I can just get a box of dye or like a tube of dye and mix it up and just put up my hair and just sit in a shower cap for a little bit. Like, you have to foil it and you have to bleach it and you have to watch your time. It's just, it's more. If you guys know, if you guys have blonde hair, you guys know what I'm talking about. So I have just been going back and forth, and like every time I like ask people their opinion, it's split 50-50. Like, half of everyone says they love my hair blonde, and then the other half says they love my hair dark. I feel like Juan used to like my hair dark. Juan used to like my hair blonde, but lately he's been telling me just to go dark. So I don't know what I'm going to do, because like, I don't know. I know it's just hair, but I worked so hard to get my hair so blonde that if I go over it, like, there's not going to be going back for a very long time unless I want to be bald, because my hair will fall off because I will have damaged it so much. My little spiel on my hair, but yeah, let me know. Do you guys think I should keep it short? Do you think I should let it grow out? Do you think I should keep it blonde? Should I go dark? The only color I will never go ever again is like a reddish color. I did like a reddish brown color, gosh, before I got pregnant with Reagan, and I did not like it. Like, I did not like it at all. I instantly, like, the next day was bleaching my hair to take it out because I did not like it at all. Another question I get asked all the time is if I prefer TV shows or movies. And for me, I prefer TV shows. And I have watched every show that's like my favorite show. I've probably watched it 3-4 times, like watched all of the seasons so many times, just because I'm super obsessed with like the shows that I watch. Like, I will just keep going back and rewatching them. I'm not a big movie fan because most of the time I don't have like 2 hours to sit there and, you know, watch a full movie just because kids. And I really like watching stuff at night, and I feel like that's why I like rewatching some of the shows that I am into, because I already know what's gonna basically happen, so I don't have to like fully be paying attention. Does that make sense? Like, I hate watching a movie because then if I miss something I have to go back and rewatch it. So I am definitely like a Netflix, Hulu person. I'm like super into that. My favorite shows, because I get asked this all the time, my favorite shows are Sons of Anarchy, Game of Thrones, Grey's Anatomy. I love like Gossip Girl and Lost. If you guys have Hulu, you guys can watch Lost. Right now, me and Juan are rewatching Prison Break because that was our favorite show for such a long time. I just love all like the OG shows that are not on anymore. I'm obsessed with them. The only one that I watch currently is Grey's Anatomy. That's the one that I watch that's still on TV. And then Game of Thrones was on TV up until their last season. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this like random all over the place get ready with me Q&A life update where I've been mashup. I kind of felt weird sitting in front of a camera again, even though I record myself all the time and I put it on Instagram. That's like all makeup related and I'm just talking makeup stuff. So this was kind of nice to be able to sit down and like talk about myself because I don't want to do that on Instagram. I feel a little bit weird doing that on Instagram. I don't know why I don't feel weird here, but over there I do. It felt a little weird though to like get back up and do it again because I haven't done it in such a long time. It's been probably almost a year since I like got on here and, you know, talked life with you guys. But I am back. I'm not gonna say like a certain schedule, like I'm gonna be posting 2 times a week, 1 time a week. You're gonna see a lot of vlogs because I feel like like I said, I've missed out on so much of my kids, so there are gonna be a lot of vlogs, but I'm going to be doing other stuff too, kind of how things used to be. I'm gonna get back into that. So if you guys are not subscribed, subscribe down below, turn on your notifications because I haven't been on YouTube for so long. I'm sure I'm not even going to be showing up in like anybody's feed because I'm like so far lost in the YouTube algorithm. But thank you guys for watching and for hanging in there with me, and for all of you guys who message me all the time on Instagram asking me where I've been, if I'm coming back, when I'm going to come back. I am back. We'll just see how my schedule goes. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.